This video reviews the logic of careful consumption presented in Chapter 5 of our text. So far, in class, we've discussed utility, the satisfaction people get from consuming goods and services; marginal utility, the additional satisfaction from one more unit consumed; the law of diminishing marginal utility, the tendency of the additional satisfaction to decline with additional units consumed. We said that this tendency might result from humans being hardwired to appreciate variety. And we talked about utils. We said that for the purpose of visualizing how rational consumers make purchasing decisions, we'll imagine utility can be measured in units called utils, which measure satisfaction the way inches measure length. The book illustrates careful consumption with Sarah, who has a $400 budget that she's going to spend over the course of a year on vanilla ice cream and chocolate ice cream. Each of these diagrams shows us on the horizontal axis the pints per year she consumes of vanilla and then of chocolate, while the vertical axis of each graph shows us the marginal utility of each pint she consumes. And since each of these lines is downward sloping, we can see the law of diminishing marginal utility in action. As she consumes more vanilla, the additional satisfaction she gets declines. As she consumes more chocolate, the additional satisfaction declines too, only even more steeply. We can see that chocolate is $2 a pint and vanilla is $1 a pint. Since in this example, Sarah is consuming 200 pints a year of vanilla and 100 pints a year of chocolate, we can look at the impact of this on her budget. $2 times 100 pints equals $200. And $1 times 200 pints equals $200, for a total of $400. So you can see that Sarah is spending her entire budget. But is she spending it wisely? The book says that we should answer this question by thinking about the additional satisfaction a consumer gets from the last dollar spent on each product. And this formula will allow us to figure that out. The left side of the formula calculates the additional satisfaction from the last dollar spent on vanilla, while the right side makes the same calculation for chocolate. So let's see how that works out. Actually, I have a better idea. Why don't you figure it out? Stop this video right now and see if you can make the calculation. So let's see how you did. When Sarah is consuming 200 pints of vanilla per year, the 200th pint brings her 12 units of additional satisfaction, and that pint costs her $1. So we could say that the last dollar spent on vanilla brings her 12 units of satisfaction. What about the chocolate side of the picture? There, the 100th pint of chocolate is bringing her 16 units of additional satisfaction at a cost of $2. And if we divide 16 utils by $2, we get 8 utils per dollar. So we can see that Sarah is not reaching her goal. Comparing 12 utils per dollar from vanilla to 8 utils per dollar from chocolate, we can see that she's getting a bigger kick from the last dollar spent on vanilla than she is for the last dollar spent on chocolate. The next question is, what should we do about it? Or what should Sarah do about it? But you can answer that question. The book says that Sarah should consume more vanilla ice cream. She should take advantage of the fact that she gets more enjoyment from the last dollar spent on vanilla. So we can see here that she's going from 200 pints per year to 300 pints per year. She's trying to take advantage of that imbalance. And the bad news is that in doing that, she of course reduces the marginal utility from the last pint consumed from 12 utils per pint to 8 utils per pint. That's the law of diminishing marginal utility. Sarah cannot escape its impact. At the new level of consumption, Sarah is spending $300 a year on vanilla. So that means, of course, that she's going to need to reduce her consumption of chocolate. And we can see here that she does. Chocolate consumption goes from 100 pints per year to 50 pints per year. And of course, as she cuts back, chocolate becomes even more special to her. The last pint gets her 16 units of pleasure originally, but at the lower consumption level, 24 units of satisfaction per pint. So Sarah has tried again to achieve the goal of wise consumption. And the question is, has she succeeded? So, please stop video and try to answer that question. Well, she's getting 8 utils per dollar from the last dollar spent on vanilla ice cream. And if we think about the chocolate side of the picture, 24 utils from the last pint for $2, which means 12 utils per dollar. This is a bit upsetting. Sarah is now getting less additional satisfaction per dollar from her spending on vanilla than she is from getting her spending on chocolate. That's the reverse of the error she made originally. What should she do? Once again, please stop the video and see if you can answer that question. She should take a middle path. That's what Sarah should do. She started out consuming 200 pints per year of vanilla. She tried 300 pints per year. It turns out that the best she can do is to consume 250 pints per year. And similarly with chocolate, she consumed 100 pints per year and then cut back to 50. but it turns out the best level of consumption for her, the wisest level, is 75. With these new levels of consumption, Sarah is getting 10 utils per dollar from vanilla and also 10 utils per dollar from chocolate. We can see that because the last pint of chocolate is getting her 20 utils of satisfaction. And 20 divided by the $2 price gets us 10 utils per dollar. And you're going to ask, is she exhausting her budget? Good question. She's spending $250 on vanilla because she's buying 250 pints at $1 a pint. She's spending $150 on chocolate because she's purchasing 75 pints at a price of $2, and $2 times 75 is $150. $250 plus $150 is equal to $400. So yes, Sarah's exhausting her budget. She's consuming ice cream wisely. And now that we've looked at Sarah and reviewed the book's treatment of her situation, I hope you'll view the next video and see if you can solve another consumption puzzle, but this time on your own.